Alex tonight.
Yeah, awesome. All right, well, I would like to welcome our last guest of the evening. He's been around for a very long time. I'm looking forward to him being on here since we started. Please welcome to the stage, Kit Fitzsimons, everybody. Kit, how you doing, bro? All right.
Hey, Alex.
Welcome.
Thank you so much.
Yes. You have your new shirt on.
Yeah.
I saw via Twitter.
Yes,
This is a new shirt.
Express. It's very exciting. It's got all sorts of either symbols or swear words on it. So pick one or the other. It's television, so symbols.
Symbols. Cool. I'm happy with that.
Yeah.
So, Kit, to give everyone an idea as to who you are, you started comedy. You're a comedian, right? And you started comedy in 1999.
Yeah.
And to give perspective, get ready for a horrible pun.
Okay.
1999 is the year the Backstreet Boys came out with their album Millennium. So
Yes.
now we're really putting ourselves back there.
Yes.
But because of that, because of you starting the same year, this makes you larger than life. That's the show, everybody. That's the show. That's the show. Go ahead and leave. Cut it. We're done here. Oh my God, I was so proud of myself when I thought of that.
It's just sitting there going down the Wikipedia page. 1999, 1999, 1999. Yes.
You know what surprised me? Britney Spears just came out in 1999, not right now.
Right.
Christina Aguilera.
You're breaking news all over the place,
It is.
Alex.
Oh my God, she's
my
back
gosh,
again.
what?
And my favorite was TLC put out an album that year as well.
Oh,
Yeah.
I love me some tender loving care.
So, you started in 1999,
Yeah.
and you started with DSI, correct?
Not in 1999. In
No.
1999, I started off with the Chapel Hill Improv company at Chapel Hill High School.
Oh wow.
Yeah.
So you started in high school.
Yeah. My senior year of high school, and the first workshop that I took at all was during the summer, and we went over to Comedy Sports underneath Franklin Street, a floodable location in hindsight. But first workshop was run by Zach Ward, who wound up starting DSI 2002 into 2003. And I joined 2003, the second 101 class for DSI.
And then now Zach Ward was previously on the show and mentioned you. Now we get to return the favor.
Yes.
And
Full
mention
circle,
Zach.
full circle.
Full
And now
circle.
he can be on next episode, and we'll just keep this going.
We'll just keep it going.
Recurring segment.
Yeah. Now that was back when DSI was in an ice cream shop, correct?
Yeah, in 2003, we were doing shows at midnight every Friday night, and the way it worked is the ice cream store would shut down, and as it was shutting down, we would carry the huge marble top circular tables out through the door, like
Twisting
out
and
the
turning.
door, yeah, and then go around back, and from behind the dumpsters get the two halves of the stage, carry those in, and set them up on the benches that were around the kids area, so like this high off the ground, and set that up, duct tape sheets up over the windows so you couldn't see traffic behind us, and then put on a show for the packed houses in an ice cream store who would buy ice cream right before it closed. They'd stay open an extra 15 minutes to make sure everybody got their crushed ins,
Yeah.
or whatever the Inside Scoop called their Cold Stone equivalent at the time.
So one of the things with improv that's great is that as an audience, you'll never see the same thing twice.
Yeah.
It's always something new. But as a performer, you have these moments that are fantastic, but they're not caught on tape, and you don't recite them again. So I was wondering if you had a beautiful moment that you'd love to share with us of an improv scene.
The most beautiful moment that I think has happened in recent past was during a Mr. Diplomat show at DSI. There was a scene where it was based on a story about a guy who walked up and just couldn't get out anything other than, "I'd like one, please." He was high at the time. Is part of the story. That's what it was. But so we did this scene based on it to where I walked over and two folks were trying to have a conversation inside the ticket booth at this movie theater, and I walked up and said, "I'd like one, please." And they're like, "Just a sec, I'd like one, please." And then they were like, "Okay, well the line starts over here," and I turned like 3/4 of the way away from them and just said, "I'd like one, please," over this way. And then Zach walked out on the opposite side of the stage and facing in a completely different direction said, "I'd like one, please." And then I said, "Sorry, the line starts over here." And he turned and faced me and said, "I'd like one, please." I was like, "I'm before you in line." Turned back with my back to the audience and said, "I'd like one, please." And then he reached his arms behind him. I reached my arms behind me. We linked elbows, and he leaned forward saying, "I'd like one, please." As I leaned back over, rotated upside down, flipped over his head, landed on the other side. We both stood up, looked each other in the eye, and said, "I'd like one, please." It was incredible. Incredible. It will never happen again. But he's been doing a lot of yoga, so maybe it will happen again.
It shows. It shows.
Yeah.
Now, you're very agile. As a matter of fact, I was told, where is it here? I was told to introduce you as the man who has broken the physical seal on everything you could possibly jump in Chapel Hill or Carborough.
Yes. Zach Ward does describe me that way. I feel like I'm like Johnny Depp opening seals places.
Oh, I thought you meant because you don't brush your teeth.
No.
All right, I want to good thing we clarified that.
Be perfectly clear. But yeah. So I started doing parkour. There was a parkour academy that was in Chapel Hill, started by this guy Colin Pastel, and he founded this thing called Fifth Ape and taught folks parkour, kids, adults. It was really cool. It was over in the Forest Theater, and we parkoured all over UNC campus, back into the woods, down to South Campus, etc. So it was real fun, really cool. And after taking classes for like 7 months, he said, "You want to teach some classes?" So I started teaching classes and taught classes for about 2 years. So
What was your scariest moment?
Well, the scariest moment is always the moment right before you do something that you've never done before. You take it like one step further. Like, oh, I've done this 3 feet off the ground, but now we're 5 feet off the ground. Or I've done this jump at noon, but now it's like 7 o'clock at night. So it always the scariest moment. But like those moments, honestly, like those moments don't matter. The moments that you remember forever are the ones that come right after the scariest moments, when they're either the proudest moments of your life or the most disappointed moments of your life, when you either decide, "Yep, I'm going to do this," and you do it, and either you try it and it happens, or you try it and you learn what not to do next time, or the most disappointed moments when you look at it and go, "I'm going to look at this again in 2 weeks." And you come back to it in 2 weeks and look at it again, and then it's the scariest moment again.
Now, thanks to your parkour experiences and your improv experiences of being very animated, you do motion capture.
Yeah, over at Epic Games.
Epic Games,
in
not a sponsor
Epic's-
yet.
Yeah. Maybe a faux sponsor next week and real sponsor after that.
A really epic episode.
Larger than life.
So you had this awesome story you told me about. So in the video games, you're in Gears of War.
Gears of War 2, Gears of War 3, Gears of War Judgment, and I'm also in, I do facial motion capture for all of the characters except for one in Unreal Tournament 3.
And you mentioned that there was a scene in the video game where there are 2 people.
Oh, so Unreal Engine is what, like, half of the games that you're going to play in the next several years is built on. The engine, it's what makes everybody look so uncanny valley-ish. And so they had an engine demo for it, and that demo was a guy sneaking in. It's called Infiltrator. You can watch it online. Guy sneaks in. There's a bunch of guards, and there's a huge robot factory. And there's this point when there's a guard looking at some guy holding up an invisible shield that's reflecting what's behind him forward so that he can't be seen. And the guard leans over him, and just then a drop of water comes down, disrupts the shield. The guard goes on high alert, but just then the guy down below pulls a knife out, knifes the guy in the neck, and like shh down to the ground on him. And I played every character in the clip, including the guy who got jubbed and including the guy who jubbed him. Juffed.
I like that.
Yeah.
That's a good word. So you played both characters. That's pretty impressive. That's pretty impressive. Now, before we go, I'd love everyone to see you do improv because you've been doing it for so long. You're fantastic at it. Where can they see you?
You can see me over at DSI Comedy Theater. If
on Franklin Street, in Chapel Hill.
On Franklin Street,
so
right
fly over
next
here
to
from
Carolina
Rome. Check
Brewery.
it out.
Hey, epic. But yeah, you can see us doing shows there Tuesday through Saturday, and we've just launched the new humor games format, family friendly every Saturday night. That doesn't mean that it's only for kids, because I see you giving me shade right there. Don't do it. Don't do it. Come watch that show. It's incredible, elimination style based on the Hunger Games.
Awesome. Well, Kit, thank you so much for coming on. It's been fantastic. Look forward to having you on again. Kit Fitzsimons, everybody. Appreciate it.
Games and fun for everyone. It's the Alex Fannin Show. It's the Alex Fannin Show. It's the Alex Fannin Show. Laughs and jokes for all you folks. It's the Alex Fannin Show.